Hey! Hey guys! We were live on Insta with the first part of this workout. Now we are live with you guys, finishing up a back workout before we go on to a Q&A. It is loud in here because Michael has to have the fan. The gym expansion is happening, but while it's happening, there is no air and it's quite miserable. Doing a little rope pulling with the Revel 1 rope climbing machine.
Hey Corey, go ahead and do 20 cable pulls.
They got a back workout going along with the gorilla. Glad to have him here. Guys, be sure and share this to your feed. If you haven't already, hit that like button, share this to your feed. And if you're not a subscriber, do so that people, let them know where you're at so that people can find us. Very exciting stuff going on, or I should say very aggravating. Let's say that. Very aggravating stuff happening. Lots of questions going to be answered. Not seeing any questions so far. Not sure where those are at. May have to bring it up on my phone so I can see some questions, sweetheart, when you're done. Forward and backward wrist rolls. Hit those thumbs up, guys. Let me know that you're here. Little cable pulls. Had a lot of fun over there on Insta. Lots of people on Instagram checking out the Monster and the Gorillas workout today. You notice there are no BFR bands yet because we don't really know exactly how far out we are. Once Michael knows, then he'll start using the blood flow restriction cuffs along with the gorilla on these workouts. I don't know what the temperature is today, guys, but it's 90. It's 90 today. Not a lot of air moving in here because of the gym expansion. It was supposed to be done by the end of next week. Little things keep happening that are definitely delaying it. But you guys want to hang around because there's only a few minutes left of this workout, and then you'll have a Q&A. Okay, just a little while longer on this workout, guys. One arm rows with the 3-inch Raptor handle by Country Crush. Country Crush is used a lot during Michael's back workouts. Any attachments are usually those. He uses a 3-inch offset grips. Also uses the traditional Country Crush right there on seated rows.
I got 30 one-arm rows left and right.
You've already done all of your rope?
What? Yes. You got one more rope and then you got this, because unless you did a minute of this sometime.
I don't understand why I cannot see any comments. I'll pull up my phone, guys, as soon as we're done with this so that I can see your comments and questions. What, babe? Yeah, Michael's phone's been jacking up. 31 arm rows, each arm. And then the Monster will be done with this workout. I think the Gorilla's done after these battle ropes. Oh, he's got rope climbs left after this. Okay. So sweaty, it's hard to hold on to anything. That's got to help with your grip, though. Doesn't help develop it? Check out that language. I told y'all. For sure, tempers will flare. You can see the gym well underway over here. Got not our garage doors, but got some garage doors put in today. They ordered the wrong set. So they're putting these in so they can at least finish the interior And then in 3 weeks, he'll be putting in the correct doors. Cannot wait to show you guys when it's all done. Done? Complete. Where's your glasses? Let me find your glasses so you can do a Q&A. Turning this around. I cannot get any questions, so hold on to this. Just hold it for a second.
Honey, I love you. Yeah, this is horrible. All right, guys. No, that's too much light. We're going inside. It's stupid out here and it's hot. And I can't see shit.
I'm gonna log on for you.
All right. All right. So, where are we gonna set this?
Stop it, Ollie.
All right. You hopping in here, Corey? Grab you a seat.
Okay,
Come on. All right, so why don't we have any comments, honey?
I can't find it.
Has it been switched over? All right, you guys say anything. Give me a thumbs up or something.
Your product's right over here.
All right, let me see that then. I have to look down there and answer them. All right.
Well, get my stuff like
Mike versus Levin. That would be awesome. You need to install AC in there. Yeah, no kidding. I can't do any of that until I get all my stuff done. So the construction's about 3 weeks behind because these garage doors. Hang on. So yeah, the garage doors set us back. So we haven't got to take out my wall because my existing garage door hasn't been taken out. They're supposed to be doing that.
Ollie, come on.
Now it looks like it'll be maybe tomorrow morning, and then next week before they start pulling stuff off. Richmond, Ontario, home of Devin Larrett. Well, nice to have you. How'd you treat your nerve damage? Well, I got physical therapy, ultrasound, E-stim. What you got here, Corey? Answer some questions. Go
Where are
for
the
it.
questions?
I don't know. They'll come up hopefully. No, they're not there yet. Quit touching stuff. I don't know. They were just there. Yeah, see what you can find. Go all the way back, see if you got anything. Anything cool? Corey's reading. I mean, you're just supposed to pick something and say something behind it.
Is there enough ventilation in there since it's hot?
Since what?
Since it's hot.
No, there's not. It's horrible. That's why we're in here. We used to have that big fan, and right there where the existing garage door is, that was free air coming because it was an open space. So the air would run right through there. You could step outside, get a breeze. Right now we have none of that. But we have a 3.5 ton HVAC gas system coming, so we'll be able to keep it nice and cool in there. What you got?
Are you worried about Devin this time?
I'm never worried about Devin. What are you talking about? Got to worry about this guy here. He's getting strong. What else you got?
Don't listen to Travis. I think. Never mind. Wished I lived closer to join the workout or try to. Laugh out loud.
Where are you from? Who is it?
Brandon Bevins.
Brandon Bevins. Just give us a
Bradley
shout.
Bevins.
Give us a who is it?
Bradley Bevins.
Bradley. Yeah. Whenever you're down this way, just give us a shout. We have open practices quite a bit. Always looking to pull some folks. What you got?
Talk about the WAL.
Somebody keeps calling.
Brittany is calling.
Okay, Nori. That's on my phone.
I know, but we need to put your do not disturb on or something. Yeah, so WAL. I am just training. I was preparing for April 21st. It got postponed. So I've been on a maintenance. I started preparing for July 14th. I don't know for sure. Maybe it'll still be July 14th. Maybe it'll get pushed. I have no idea. So all I can do is just be as strong as I can. The biggest thing is I need to be healthy. I've got quite a few aches and pains right now. I just took my last cytokine exosome shot, 2 days ago? And stem cells, I feel like they did really good work, but I think I may have overtrained. COVID and quarantine stuff, I was training 7 days a week on my hands and wrists. Like, nothing hurts. It's just like my hands and wrists are always so fatigued. What you got now?
Why not BFRs all the time? I'm new to BFR. Started from watching y'all, Tony.
Yeah,
Arena.
I don't do BFRs all the time because I have to have something new to add once I get closer to a season, right? I need to be able to make the workout harder. So if I did them all the time, and the thing is, we can't keep going up in weight. I mean, we're doing 30 rep sets. This one was hard for me. The low pulley row was hard at 230, and we've done as heavy as 260. But I saw another, going back to how sore my hands and wrists are, my left hand was really sore holding on to that. How'd you feel on it?
It all felt pretty normal.
Did it? Yeah, hurt me, man. I didn't feel good. I mean, way heavier than what the 210 feels like for me for some reason.
What is the most exciting future match for you?
The most exciting future match. Right now, I'd love to pull 11. I want to find out who the overall number one in the world is. And let me tell you, Corey is not as big as he looks right now. I'm squatting down. I mean, I look like a little child here. You see this stuff? I don't know what's going on. It's really bad. Yeah, he was out angling me. He was getting too close to the camera. I don't know what's happening.
Y'all look incredibly cute sitting so close.
Pretty cute, pretty cute.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we got more Corey there. Okay, so
What is the best exercise to do for someone just starting to get into arm wrestling? Zachary Casto.
I used to would have said palm up curls, hammer curls, reverse curls in sets because it's something easy to do. You just grab a set of dumbbells, do palm up, regular curls, hammer curls, reverse curls. But now, man, anything you can do to mimic arm wrestling on a cable machine, cable pulls. I think that best mimics arm wrestling. Just set up on a table with the cable and handle and pin it, right? You got to get strong in those motions. Back to the most exciting match to me, the one I'd like the most, it would be Levin right now. I would consider pulling anyone, but I really want whoever the world thinks is the overall number one in the world because I want to be globally recognized overall number one in the world. In WAL, Devin, Jerry, whoever they want to put in front of me is fine.
Who would you like to return from old legends that you think would have a good match? I think they're asking if you could choose anybody.
If I could choose anybody, man, I don't know. I mean, I think the sport has evolved drastically, so I don't think it's near. Is he sweating pretty bad?
I'm like jerking off my couch.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was Michael. I don't think that was me.
You think I hit it over there? I never even touched that side. What the hell are you
Well, it
talking
just
about?
seems like something that
This
you would
dude's
do.
crazy, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, so who would be a good match? I mean, who could come back and have potential? I don't know, man. I think the best guys in the sport are in the sport right now. Who you think?
Yeah. If I could pull anybody,
Yeah.
definitely Cleve.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't know if they were talking about someone who was still alive.
No. Just,
Yeah, Cleve Dean, I'd love to see if I could, Cleve Dean in his prime, see if I could bust his wrist back,
It'd just be neat to stand at the table with him, I think. 'cause
So
he's
big, such a good guy, too. Oh, Cleve Dean's grandson and I are going to talk tomorrow.
Oh, that's
He's going to
cool.
tell me a bunch of stories. I thought about going live with that, just have him on, like us do like a Skype thing and record it. But yeah, Cleve Dean's grandson contacted me on there, said he'd love to talk and tell me a bunch of stories. So we're supposed to be doing that sometime tomorrow. What else you got?
Who is your top three right now?
Top three right now, me, Levin, Vitali. I mean, I don't know what order. I think I have as good a chance of beating Levin as anybody. I think I have as good a chance of beating Levin as Levin does to beat me. That's my honest opinion. And I say Vitali because I think his speed and leverage is going to, be able to beat most people. I'd put Dave in fourth, But Dave may shock the world. Dave may beat, you want Corey to talk?
No, I want to know what's next for Corey.
Oh, what's next for Corey? Rebecca just
State, I
asked.
guess.
Oh, Arkansas State, June 27th. Let me tell you why this is exciting for Corey. They also have a bench press competition. I don't know how many of y'all saw his attempt at 500 for 3 yesterday, but the first 2 reps went up like they were nothing. I never even thought, I did a 520 bench years ago, but I never even thought about repping 500. That's just stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive. All right, so Arkansas State, and then we don't know what else.
No, it just,
Okay, just WAL,
yeah.
which I do
There
need to
was-
talk to you about something after this is over. It's a private thing. I can't tell him, because remember our conversation yesterday? Yeah, I can't tell you anything yet.
Do you ever differ from your workouts to shock your muscles?
No, I change the order in which I do them sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I change the order in which I do them so that so the body gets shocked that way. But
And the weight.
Yeah, we definitely changed the weight. What was crazy, I was prepping for the match with Devin, April 21st, and we got midway through my peak. So instead of going back to my maintenance weight, we just made that my new maintenance weight, which is what I was thinking I might try to do this week since I don't know how things are gonna go. Maybe I just stay at this same weight. But that 230 was heavy for me. Maybe next week I'll feel better.
Good thing everything is starting to get back to normal. Monster, do you think this match against Devin will be easier than the last, or are you worried about his rounds of violence song?
Not worried about anything. Devin just trying to, entertain you guys. He knows I'm gonna top throw the shit out of that wrist. It's gonna be bad. Let me tell you, doing this versus That, 2 different trainings, and I'm gonna roll that hand so far back.
Support from India, Ben Dazar, Verma.
What's up, India? Now Devin's a super strong guy. I really feel that I feel my pronation's gonna be too much. I feel like he's gonna try to force the hook. I'm gonna roll right through his hand. He's gonna try to bail out. It'll be too late. Next time, I think he's gonna try the King's move. I hit him over before he gets sunk into his King's move. If I don't pin him on the flash, I'm gonna transition to press and pin him. And then round 3, he's just gonna be confused.
John Infant.
Okay.
Hey, Michael, how much to build a training table like yours?
Okay.
I think he's talking about the combat table.
Okay, yeah. So that one table that I have that's got the pulley system on it, I got the pulley from, hey Maya, I got the pulley system from Lucas Raymond Arm Assassin Strength Shop, and I just had an old table I had gotten from Frank Hurst back in the day, and I just took the pads off, took the pin lines off, and just took the pulley system to it. I would assume it wouldn't, you'd need a strong pulley. I'd probably go ahead and buy the pulley from Lucas Raymond Arm Assassin Strength Shop, and then I would just make a training table. I mean, you could make a table out of that, out of 2x4s probably, as long as the pulley was bolted down real well.
Yeah. They said that's the top 3 right now anyways. I'd like to see Corey versus Cody again. I feel like Corey has improved.
Corey's left right now feeling pretty damn good.
Cody's pretty good though. I'd like to pull some guys right under Cody probably.
Travis Bajan?
I've just not really ever tested it that great.
Yeah.
I've always went from
Either beat him or he got beat.
yeah.
Who would I like to see you pull like him? Sean Latimer.
I'd like to
see you pull Sean Latimer.
What's the guy from Florida that beat Sean?
Carl Stanley.
I'd love to pull Carl.
You'd like to pull Carl Stanley. That'd be a good match. That'd be fun.
Paul.
Paul Passmore.
Paul's good left.
Chris Chandler.
Yeah, bunch of people.
Jerry Caderet. they had a practice table session. And Corey's like, ooh, I really want to pull him like that.
Yeah. Hopefully life will get calmed down one of these days and get back to normal.
Yeah, what we got here? What we got? Did somebody ask me who do I think would win between Dave or Jerry? Dave.
It said, how do you put Dave over Devin, even though Devin recently beat Dave?
I think we were talking about PAL, in my opinion. Under strict rules, I don't think Devin beats Dave. And plus, recently is last July. The Dave I see right now seems very motivated, in my opinion. So, and it's just my opinion. So that's how I put it. My opinion says he's better.
Where is Devin in your opinion right now? 4, 5, 6?
75th. 75th, I think. Nah, he could fall in 5th place probably. It could be him or Dave. I mean, I don't think he beats Vitali, and I don't think he beats Levin. And depending on the day, him and Dave was so close. He did do everything he had to do. I think Dave fell into some of his tricks. So on any given day, 4th place could be determined between Dave Chafee and Devin Larrett. Or Dave Chafee's solid in 4th, and 5th place could be determined between Devin Larrett and Dimitri Trubin.
Tell him that you keep looking at me. That's why you're not looking at me.
My wife's really hot, and she's right over there.
How do you think Chafee will do in the top 8? Super looming hyena.
My opinion is he is probably the 2nd or 3rd best guy in that top 8. It's just he's pulling possibly the 1st best guy the very first round. So the winner of that round is going on and my opinion, will win the top 8. The loser will take 5th. My opinion.
Benjamin Dean, can you show your dogs, show more of your dogs? I love them.
Oh, I love them too, man. We need to just have a dog channel. I bet we have 1 million subs in.
Russ, come up to Strongest Badge tournament.
Russ is going to that?
Yeah, he's pulling Chris.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I didn't know he's on there.
Yeah.
What's up, Russ?
Do you think arm wrestling should ever be an Olympic sport?
Man, I thought it won't happen in my lifetime or while I'm still competitive. Back in the day, I've been doing this since 1990. I thought we were going to be a demonstration sport in 96, but we got beat up by women's beach volleyball. So, I guess some people wanted to see bikini chicks over arm wrestling. But, we had a shot when we were trying to go in under, I think, FILA with wrestling. The Goodwill Games were in 1994, Ron Bath and all that. They did all that. That looks like that would have been super cool to be a part of that. But I think arm wrestling is going to go more along the lines of the UFC and be more of a professional sport versus Olympic sport.
Devin versus Crosby left hand. Who do you bet on?
Oh, I bet on Devin. Crosby's got a good left, but I bet on Devin. The way Devin's going to lose is you got to be stronger than him. And I think the strength would be too close in that match, or Devin is stronger. I don't think you're going to out arm wrestle Devin. I mean, I feel like I still have, I think the last time I arm wrestled, I arm wrestled Devin, and I outlasted him and I outwitted him, and I did all the things that I had as a plan, and they all happened. Kept him from taking the full minute and a half break. He got back up there in 30 seconds. I mean, but I do think I'm stronger. So I think that's one of the reasons why I have to overcome his leverage when I'm arm wrestling, which means I have to put him in a position where he can't rest.
What do you think is more important, hand control or arm power, Alex McDonald?
Well, the reason my arm is as jacked up as it is because I had such a strong arm and horrible hand. People would have my hand and wrist, and I'd still find a way to win. But I think it all starts with hand control. You need to train hand control above all else in the process, get a really strong arm, in my opinion. I feel like if I'd have trained hand control in the beginning, I wouldn't have near the injuries I have. I would have accomplished even greater things. But I had to go through the path of I'm just gonna get stronger, and I neglected a very important part of the tool, and that was my hand and wrist. And now all I do is focus on hand and wrist.
What are the steps to start an arm wrestling club?
Get all your buddies together and start arm wrestling. I don't have an arm wrestling club. I'm probably the only elite arm wrestler in the world who doesn't train with a team. I mean, I've only been training with you for like, what, a year and a half now? You're in 3 months?
March
15 months?
A year.
Yeah, 15 months. So, I mean, before that, it was just me, and randomly Bruce Jones would show up or James Smith would show up. I never had a weekly practice. I mean, years ago, back in 92, 94, 95, I mean, I drive back and forth to Baton Rouge to train Craig Touye and Robert Redden. I moved down there in 94. I moved back down there in 95, because they had a team. They had practices Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Here, it's just, I got to get in what I can get in and hopefully get a group together. One of the things about this new edition is hopefully we can find a way to set up a weekly practice. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. What you got there?
Do you ever climb rope? I know the rope machine mimics the exercise, but is it better than the machine?
Okay, so all I have right now is a 2.5-inch tugboat rope, and that's really thick. Now, years ago, that's what I used to climb all the time. I would do sets of rope climbs, legless rope climbs, strap some weight on my back or a weighted vest. I used to do pipe climbs. Man, I'm telling you, I just got a lot of injuries now. I train around injuries, and a lot of things that may be functional, if they don't directly relate to me being stronger at what I do in arm wrestling, I don't do them. I don't focus on them. I don't do statics. I don't do static holds. Do you static holds at all? Yeah, I don't do static holds. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with static holds. I don't think arm wrestling is a static sport. I feel like there's always moving, you're always adjusting. So I'm always going to try to move and adjust.
Anybody in the middleweight division that you think has a chance to beat Corey?
In the middleweight division? In America or Eastern Europe? I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of Eastern Europe guys that we have no idea how strong they are, Because, I mean...
They're talking about like
the right
Rob,
angle,
right?
Rob Bidget? I think Rob's hand's bigger than both of ours. You know what I'm saying?
His fingers are super
But
long.
I don't know if he would have the horsepower. I mean, I think if Corey can sit down on him... Now, Corey did lose an unexpected match last year to Daniel Mosier, which was very impressive for me for Daniel Mosier, very depressive for me for Corey. You know what I'm saying? I hated every second of watching that. But I don't think that that's something that would happen often. I think it happened on that day. And no disrespect to Daniel, I think he's an awesome guy. I just don't think that that would be something he would be able to continue to do time after time.
Daniel is super, super fast. His power is there before mine can even.
Yeah.
It was different.
Well, what's
It was a
crazy
learning
is I'm
experience.
equally as fast as him.
Yeah.
And you've stopped me.
But we pull all the time.
Yeah.
No, not taking anything away from
No,
him.
Daniel's awesome. Super cool kid too. I like him a lot.
Opinion on fat grips.
Okay, fat grips are great. I prefer spinning handles, so I don't do fat. Now, fat grips if I'm doing front raises or side laterals or hammer curls with dumbbells. But honestly, I don't do a whole lot of dumbbell curls. I do my fat handle hammer, my monster curl bar. I do that. I do top curl, which works my riser. A lot of things I used to do, I guess I don't do anymore, do I?
I guess this person didn't see the Juji film. What's the dimension of Corey's and your head? I think they noticed.
Yeah, right? Hey, let me get closer. Oh, I'm huge. See, I think that's what it is. I'm sitting down. Look at you're a good 4 inches closer to the camera than me. So, hey, now look. Our heads about the same size now? I think you were like an inch bigger than, weren't you?
I think it was a bunch.
Was it more than an inch?
I can't remember.
I don't know. Yeah,
was quite a bit
we
bigger
did the
than Devin's,
measurements
I
at the
remember.
WAL last year, and I think I had the second biggest head maybe. Or did Wagner?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's on a
Yeah, he's a big fella, I'm telling you guys. But what do you like, 430 right now?
420, 430.
450, he said 450.
450.
He's a big old fella. Now he's probably 430 or so. What you got?
When is the next match for both WAL?
Man, we don't know. Hopefully I'll hear something today, but I mean, I'm not really supposed to be putting stuff out on social media or anything until they put it out there. So all I know is I am training to defend my WAL hammer against whoever they put across from me. And I predict a 3-0 victory, whoever it is.
Me versus Matt Mask left. I would love to.
Oh, I think Matt's got a very strong outside move, but after watching what Paul Passmore did, I think, and I know that might not have been the best version of Matt that day, but I think Corey's chances are very, very good against Matt left-handed.
How much time does Dennis need to come back, at least in similar level?
Oh, I think December he can be as strong as he's ever been in his life. I mean, in my opinion, freak guys, it's June. If I had nothing but 6 months to just focus on, I don't know, man. I'm about over all this shit right now. I've been training since January, guys. It's so hard to stay motivated. I'm a foodie, and I'm a super heavyweight who doesn't get to eat what he wants because I don't want to be fat. So this is horrible. I'm watching Devin eat freaking, corn chips and shit. I just want some pizza. But yeah, so I don't know. I think Dennis can be a freak.
Whatever happened to Robert Redding? I remember watching him in the 90s.
Yeah, Robert Redding was the guy that trained me originally. And he ended up having something wrong medical, and the doctors told him he couldn't really exert himself. And I think he plays a lot of golf now. He might live in Indiana or something.
What's the most you've ever curled, Alex McDonald?
Man, I used to do some cheat curls, like reverse curls at Easy Curl Bar, like 300 pounds standing, 300 pounds, traditional, but it was big time cheat. Like, and this is the thing. I don't have a lot of big lifts anymore. Like, my arm wrestling strength is super strong. Like, tell them how strong that 250 on the hard arm cable pull, single pull.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's freaky. I almost want to put out a challenge to see if any, like, Brian Shaw, you can't arm wrestle, but see if you can pin this. You know what I'm saying? Because that's raw power, right?
I don't think he'll be strong in that direction.
There's no technique, really. You're just pulling it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not climbing up. I'm not Devin cheating here. I'm not, I'm grabbing this and pinning it. So it'd be cool to, once my gym gets done, to have a public challenge. Come on out, see if you can outpull me.
I would be way more interested to see Levin.
Oh, God, yeah. Now, Levin might can do it.
Yeah.
He might can do it.
Because he's going to be strong in that direction.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, it would show people how heavy that shit is.
Oh, yeah.
It's so heavy. But as far as, like, big lifts, all my big lifts were before social media. Like, I showed some shit of me doing 225 for 39, 225 for 43. Back when I was strong, when I had a similar bench to his, not as good as his, my best was 520 and 405 for 13. I did 225 for 80. Now, they weren't full lockouts, but every rep hit my chest for 80 reps. I did 315 for 55 the same way. I used to be really strong in endurance movements. You can ask Chris Chandler. I posted that video the other day. He goes, this is horrible. I remember seeing you do 100 with 225. It wasn't 100, it was like 80. But still, my time was before you. I bet I would have a huge YouTube channel if I could still do that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I could do 225 for 80 right now, how many views that shit would get?
A bunch.
My God. Yeah, I'm weak as shit now. I'm old though. I'm old.
What's your pull-up record? QZ.
Pull-up record. I would say, if you consider my range of motion here to here, back when I had the similar gym in Cabot with the parallel bars, I think I did 70 on there with 2-inch thick pipe handles. But I mean, not everybody's gonna complain about the form and all that shit, but I mean, I just go with what I got. My arm moves this far, you know what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, that's what I got.
Mandrel, max bench.
Right now, maybe 425, 430, what do you think?
Probably somewhere in there.
Yeah, my best ever was 520, but yeah, that's 13 years ago. Now it was like 7 years ago, Rebecca and I walked up to D1 over there in Little Rock, and I just went through 135, 225, 315, 405, 455, and then we put 495, and you had 3-pound collars on each side. So out off the street in jeans or athletic clothes, whatever, I just pulled 501 out and did that. And then I think I followed up with 225 for 50 or 60.
I know, I think you got like 3 questions on itchies.
You got to do what? You got itchies?
Yes.
Oh, you got to take your phone?
Yes.
Oh, she needs her phone.
Oh.
All right, so she took her pre-workout. It wasn't a pre-workout. It's a thermogenic. And they did not tell us that it has itchies. It's got really bad itchies. All right, what we got?
Can you tell a counter to the King's move?
Quit. Just forfeit. It's your best bet. Now, I mean, counter to King's move would have been climb, rise, transition, climb, right, But if you have a strong hand, a clamped hand, I mean, it's going to be just diving with a bent wrist press and hope you're strong enough to straighten the arm out. Oh, she's mad at me. I'm looking at Corey too. All right, we got it here, babe. You can give her the phone. All right, we're gonna.
Just came up?
Yeah. Well, they're gone now.
Oh, you have to touch it like.
Okay. All right. So we're at 30 minutes and 10 seconds. We started 4:15, 3:15. What time we start? 3:15. We're gonna go about 3-4 more minutes, and then Corey and I are gonna chill and hang out for a minute, and then he's gotta get rolling. So let's touch these questions. Oh crap. You read them. I can't. All right. What you got, Corey? Where we at?
What's your insight about Schoolboy and Corey in the near future? I know that Corey is damn strong.
I think that'd be a great match for Corey to get a bunch of views. Because they have so many views. I bet that'd get a ton of views.
He's definitely strong.
Yeah, he's a very impressive young man. What's that question there?
Question to Michael. What's your thoughts on Travis based on him being a fool in the conversation you guys had about Neil, or had with Neil? I think he just talks too much BS. Worst part is many people probably believe him.
Travis has been the best guy in the world at telling people he's the greatest when he wasn't even the best in the room. You know what I'm saying? And it's made him money, and I respect the fact that he's found a way to provide for his family through arm wrestling and sell himself. The dude does promote whatever brand he's with. He promotes it as good as anybody I've ever seen. But as far as his Travis is living on past glory. Long time ago past glory. The closest thing he did recently, which was probably the most impressive thing he ever did, was 4 years ago when he beat Dave Chafee in the convincing fashion he did, and the way he went through Jerry Cutterette, where he's always struggled. But you can't live on what you did 4 years ago. You know, I won the Open tournament in 2017 when it was a seeded event and I wasn't seeded. I went to the top 3 guys to win it, and I've been the WAL champ every year since then. So Travis is irrelevant in the conversation, in my opinion, until he goes and does something.
Do you think Dave Chafee has bad technique?
I think Dave Chafee has unconventional. He has traditional hooking power technique, but when you grab him, it feels different than pretty much anyone else you've ever pulled in a hook.
I've heard that he pulls a different direction.
Yeah, because he's just so strong. It's just a weird position. But I think his technique's great because, the thing is, the dude top rode Trubin. He top rode Trubin. And Trubin's a phenomenal top roller, and he's like, brr. So, I remember back in the day, I saw him top row Richard Lupke's. Very impressive. So the guy has a full arsenal of weapons. Michael Todd sounds like Chuck Norris. If you close your eyes, there you go. Can I have his money? Give me Chuck Norris's money. Oh, would you fight Mike Tyson for $10 million?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, in a heartbeat, I will fight Mike Tyson for $1 million. I'm probably getting my ass whooped. That dude connects. I'm knocked out, but I'm getting paid. Y'all hear me? Anybody that says you won't fight somebody for enough money that'll change your life, man, I'll fight 3 people for $1 million at the same time. All right, I don't know how I got from that, but people talk about that shit all the time. It's hilarious.
What was your most grueling match?
Most grueling match. Corey and I are putting. No, I'm just kidding. Most grueling match. Probably the left-handed match against Yoshi Kanai round 6, because I felt stuff tearing, but I wasn't going to quit. I wanted to win 6-0, and I knew once the match had stopped, Corey, it's so stupid because I was up 5-0, but I wanted that 6-0 domination. I wanted the fact that he told Neil he would die on his sword before he would quit, and I was going to make him quit.
So you forever let it change your
Forever.
ability.
I destroyed my left elbow out of pride. So pride's stupid. Don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
You fear any new technique Devin will do to try to pull you?
Man, Devin's only technique that he can beat me with is to be a level stronger than me. We are both very proficient arm wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to be so strong that he nullifies anything that I can do. And if he can do that, he'll win. And if he can't, he'll lose. But that's pretty much my argument with everybody. You need to be really, really, really strong and you need to get me out of the way early, or you need to be a gap stronger where you can just hold me and let me bounce around on the table on your arm, and then you just pin me. My opinion.
Yeah. Have you ever gone deep sea fishing, contact black tip, and try to get the Goliath grouper challenge? Don't let the rod touch the boat.
Oh yeah, Devin got his arm smashed on me. But yeah, I've never done any deep sea. It was really cool, and he got a bunch of views. Devin has done a spectacular job as well in marketing himself. You know, I look at and I'm very, very thankful for my followers, my subscribers. My Instagram is at 21.6. Woo! You know, we started that August of 2018 after I pulled Marcio. They suggested that I have my own account. So I'm almost 2 years in. I just need either a collaboration or one video to go viral. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm blessed.
You had one go viral.
Huh? No,
That one got 1 million.
No, I've got nothing got 1 million. Not on my channel.
What was that on?
Oh, with WAL.
No, was it that one that was in Dallas?
No, that's only got 150,000.
Oh, it went over 100,000.
Yeah, and then but recently we have a video. What was it? My top five greatest of all time. I get heckled all the time by these new guys telling me, "Why is not Devin on the list? He's the greatest ever." I'm like, Devin's my top 10. But it's got 160 something thousand, and it picked up just like in the last 3 months. It's flying. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm super impressed with Devin and Travis. Probably impressed me the most with how they've been able to take an arm wrestling career and provide for their family. Because I love arm wrestling. I'll do this for the rest of my life. But I'm gonna be honest, guys. If I had a position right now to where I could provide for my family via marketing a product or doing expos, but they put me in an RV and I travel around and hit local tournaments or state tournaments or whatever every weekend, that's the arm wrestling you'd see me do. It wouldn't be striving to be the number one arm wrestler on the planet. It would be enjoying my life, still arm wrestling, still having that camaraderie, and creating memories with my wife.
There was one. Is it worth it to use the King's move to a beginner?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, and the thing is, if you're saying King's move, if you're saying open top roll, absolutely. If you're saying arms stretched out and you're using your arms as a bar to stop somebody pinning you, hell no, you can break your arm. I don't do that. Everyone thinks I do that. If you get me to my fullest extension, I have to let up because it hurts.
In my experience, the more exhausted you are, the more likely you are to get hurt doing that also.
Yeah, Corey rode some bicep shit with Ernie Thompson, what, about 4 months ago?
It was
February. Yeah, 4 months ago. He was like, I was trying my King's move. Like, oh, ow, what was that? I was like, you probably shouldn't have done that shit. But yeah, what do we got here?
What about that day?
Would I consider myself number one in the world if Dave beats Levin? No, I would consider myself to be. Here's the deal. We can't say Levin's number one in the world because he hasn't pulled me. He hasn't pulled Dave. He hasn't pulled. Dave was number one, and Dave got to be number one because Trubin got one win on Pushkar. And Pushkar was number one, and Dave was number 3 or something. And no, Pushkar was number 1. Dave was number 2. Trubin was number 3, and I was number 4. And the only reason I got moved to number 4 is because they moved Trubin to number 2, and then Dave beat Trubin, and I took Andre Pushkar to a 4-2. They moved Trubin above me because he gained 30 pounds. So I was number 2 behind Pushkar. And then they saw him pictures of him being gained 30 pounds or whatever, so they moved him ahead of me with neither one of us competing. Well, then Dave beats him, and then Trubin gets a win on Pushkar, so they put Trubin and Pushkar tied for 2, and they moved Dave to number 1. So Dave didn't beat anybody to become number 1. And then Dave beat Gennady, and Levin beat Trubin or whoever it was, and Levin became the number 1 in the world. So neither one of them beat the number 1 guy in the world to become the number 1 guy in the world. These are all opinions. We're assuming that this is the best arm wrestling in the world. So right now, I don't think Dave could make. I mean, if Dave beats Levin, he can say he beat Levin, but I don't think we can say Levin's number 1 in the world unless Levin beats me. I don't think I can say I'm number 1 in the world unless I beat Levin. So that still would stand for Dave. He would beat Levin, who a lot of people consider to be number 1 in the world, but I feel like he'd have to beat me to get that legitimate claim. Same thing for me. So I can't make the claim. I would not take number 1 in the world because someone else's accomplishment. I would have to beat whoever, you know what I'm saying? So if Dave beats Levin, that's awesome. Dave can have the number 1 in the world, and then Dave and I can pull, and if I can pull it off again, then I'm number 1 in the world. But
there was a one that said Jerry versus Letton. That's kind of interesting.
Very interesting. We talked about that on the In the Presence of Greatness. I think that's a crazy good match because Jerry is going to most likely get that spot, and if Letton can't finish him or transition, Jerry's a nightmare for people.
The fact that Matt Mask was able to pull around Jerry once would lead me to believe that Jerry is susceptible to a
100% susceptible, but he transitioned to a press to do it. Do we know about Vitaly can do that? Yeah, see what this one said about, scroll down, it's about 500,000 subs.
I remember one UFC fight got 500,000 subscribers in one day, literally. Someday you will have that event, I hope.
Oh man, that would be awesome. But like I said, I'm enjoying it. We have so much content right now to put out. Now, some of it's hiking. We did an amazing hike that day. We just got away for a while. We did a workout with me and Rebecca that we got to put out. We got a bunch of cool content. We just hadn't had time to edit it, man. I mean, it's just been crazy. Rebecca goes back to work tonight. She'll work 3 nights. She's off one day. We have a birthday party for our granddaughter Turden's 1-year-old. And then 3 more days of her working at night. And then it's my birthday. And we're going to do a 16-mile hike for my 47th birthday. Don't ask me why. I just thought, hey, that'd be cool. Probably going to be horrible. And then the next day we're going to go float the Caddo River. But I know I need to get better at putting content out. I just don't know what everybody wants to see. I think I'm gonna go back to some stuff, maybe some questions here we didn't get, and then answer those questions in a Q&A type format where I just answer the questions and, read the questions, answer questions. I don't know.
Yeah, so Fearless Legend said Levin is overrated. He hasn't been tested yet.
See, I disagree
think
with that.
that's
I mean,
true.
I understand what you're saying, but
He's beat everybody in convincing fashion.
he's no. he beat
Trubin.
Trubin, but Dave Chafee did the same thing to him.
Lilletin.
Vitaly Lilletin did the same thing to him. Trubin, Dave, Vitaly, and Levin all beat Trubin the same way. So that's impressive. But okay, so then he beat Tim Bresnan. No disrespect to Tim, but Tim, there's a lot of guys in North America Tim can't beat. So then he beat Angarbayev, who is a 215-pound guy, right? He might have been 230 that day, but that's not his natural weight, right? And then he beat Vitaly. Now, Vitaly is legit. That was impressive. But the thing is, if you let me get the stop that Vitaly got, now this is just all speculation, but you let me get that same stop that Vitaly got, I win that match in my opinion. It's just whether or not I can get that stop. But I think Vitaly is so explosive and such strong lever, and once Levin took that away from him, he was at a loss. So whether or not I can have that same stop and get Levin having to work, because that's where it comes down to. Right now, I have no idea what would happen. But I know if they say ready, go, and we slip and go to the strap, and they say ready, go, and the match stops, there's a whole different version of me you got to deal with, because now I know that I deserve to be there, right? So that's what it is for me a lot of times. It's confidence. It's belief that I deserve to be in the match. And that's a dangerous version of me you don't want to compete against, because that guy believes in himself,
Yeah, but overrated's a little strong.
Very strong, super strong guy.
Because he hasn't done anything to be underrated.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault that he hasn't pulled me or Dave or Devin. It's not my fault I haven't pulled Levin or Lilletin. We all want to see these matches, but we live in a world where you have two different competing leagues, and not even necessarily competing leagues. You just have two separate leagues who want to protect their athlete. When I say protect their athlete, it's not protect them from losing, it's protect them from getting injured, where they're investing all these dollars. Hey, Super Chat, what's up? Must please find a camera and look at it before you pin Devin like you used to. That's right. Absolutely. I'll be looking for that camera like, what? Well, thank you very much for your support. Really appreciate that. But yeah, so we want to see those matches, but they're investing money in advertising. Look at everything that Igor and them do for the PAL guys. Awesome uniforms, constantly putting stuff out there. I mean, pretty much everyone in top 8 from Eastern Europe is a celebrity in their country, you know what I mean? And WAL's trying to do something similar. So you can't invest that kind of money in somebody and then say, hey, go pull a different league and then get injured, and all this money we spent on you is wasted. I hate it, but it's
Nobody wants it more than the athletes, though.
No, I can guarantee you, nobody wants me to pull Levin more than I want to pull Levin.
And probably vice versa, because I'm sure
I know he wants to pull me.
As a competitive person, I'm sure he's tired of hearing how there's a possibility that you can beat him.
Exactly, and we don't know. I mean, he might run through me, but I may 6-0 sweep him too. You just don't know. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, and we are both athletes. We're both competitors. It's in our nature, and I'm sure both of us want to find out. If it came down to it, if it was, if we could meet in a neutral place, like if there was a sponsor who said, hey, we'll fly you both here, no money, because we're not going to film it, so we have no way to recoup it, but we want to find out who the best is, I would meet him wherever somebody wanted to meet. It would be no cameras, no nothing, no one has to know about it. Let's arm wrestle. I want to find out. I really want to find out.
Right, but if somebody's going to make money on it, you want paid.
Oh, if someone's making money, I got to get paid.
Right.
And the thing is, I've got to get paid as well as I've gotten because it's once you take less than what you got for other matches, regardless of how important or how much the match means to you personally, you have destroyed your ability to negotiate.
Your worth.
Yeah, I mean, I've devalued what I'm worth to somebody, or what, who's that?
Thomas Jordan.
Thomas Jordan, thank you very much for your support in the super chat. You didn't post anything with it, but hey, I appreciate you and thank you very much. And I hope I get to meet all you guys one day. I hope one day we get to do this together. Like I said, who knows? Maybe I'll have a Raft RV and we're all rolling and we're setting up arm wrestling tables and doing beat the chants and all that good stuff. But guys, it is 44 minutes in. I'm gonna get off here and call it quits. You got anything to say, Corey? You want to call out anybody? Who you got? What you got, Corey? Call somebody out. Tell them what's up.
I'm gonna.
Don't call me out.
Get a 550 pause on the 27th.
Holy shit. Are you gonna have 550 pause?
That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah.
That's crazy, guys. I don't know what he's talking about. He said he's gonna open with 500 though. his opening lift, first ever bench press competition, he's gonna open with 500.
Since high school. I did win some state tournaments in high school.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. What do you got here?
A WAL and PAL crossover could work.
You got to get it approved through all the people in charge, you know what I'm saying?
The ones that write the checks.
The check writers. All right, where's that bicep at? What you got? Oh, I'm so big. You don't even look that big. Don't put that arm in front of mine. You know I'm huge. What's that guy say? What's the guy say? No worries as to who wins. Well, I can't hear what they said.
Let's get on being gracious.
Gracious. Let's get on being gracious. Hey, man, I'm down. Thank you very much for your support. Living Hints, is that what it says? I don't know why I can't see. I think my glasses are
Yeah,
fogging
living
up.
hints. No worries as to who wins. Let's get on being gracious.
Well, thank you very much for your support, and thank you guys for tuning in. You have any questions that you want answered, maybe I do that Q&A thing where I read it off, go ahead and post them in the comments. Please hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. Hopefully we'll be back with some new content soon, guys. Oh, another super chat. Let me see what you got. Saucy James, if you knew you had a match with Levin come up months away, would it change your training routine? I would eat so much food and I would be so huge. I don't know. I think my training routine works. I really do. But if I knew I was pulling 11, I would try to be the most fit, biggest I've ever been. So I wouldn't want to sacrifice, you know, my endurance or my cardio or my conditioning to be 350 pounds. But if I could come anywhere near 300 solid yoked, I would definitely need a supplement sponsor because I'd take everything under the sun. All right, guys, y'all be blessed. Take care.